What's going on, everyone? So, we finally got the trailer for the upcoming The Crow 2024 remake with Bill Skarsgård. If you haven't seen the trailer yet, then go check the trailer out. I'll even try to link it down in the description. I know YouTube's kind of changed the link system, so don't know if it'll be clickable or not, but you can always just search it up. Regardless, the trailer, all right, like, the movie is interesting, right? I hate the aesthetic of Eric Draven, or The Crow, played by Bill Skarsgård. To me, he looks more of like the Joker, right? Especially Jared Leto's the Joker. Right? Like, just go watch the trailer if you haven't yet. If you have watched the trailer, then tell me I'm wrong. He looks like the Joker from like just the aesthetic. I mean, the makeup where he has like the extended smile that goes up to the eye. Like, it's just, I just don't like the Crow look, and like you don't get like the long hair and the makeup. Right? It's just I'm not a fan of the look and aesthetic of the Crow. And look, I'm not saying that they couldn't change it up. Like, that's fine if you don't want to do like the long hair thing. You don't want to do like the Brandon Lee look, right? You want to kind of make it its own thing and have it look a different way. Fine, but like, they had to have known that people were going to be like, ha, Joker, right? Like, that's what it looks like to me in every way. Like, all that's missing is Jared Leto's, like, Joker laugh. And I would be shocked if it was a reference. And maybe that was kind of the look they're going, right? Like, have it be recognizable to, like, a modern audience. I don't know. But not a real big fan of it, if I'm being honest. Now, Bill Skarsgård, I love him as an actor. I'm sure he's going to knock this out of the park as far as the character goes. This does seem like a more modern, dark kind of undertone, more of like a supernatural side. Right? It's listed as like an action thriller, but this clearly is like, a supernatural horror. It's kind of, trailer kind of reminded me of like a John Wick-esque style film, right? And I mean, that's kind of the original, right? He's just going around taking out this gang, right? Like, I get it. But this kind of seems like there's going to be a real different take and approach to this. I for The Crow, I'm not super excited. Like, if this was its own thing, this was like its own movie, and it was just kind of like, hey, we're doing this, supernatural thriller type thing where this guy, kind of like the Crow story, but like it wasn't the Crow, like it wasn't just like a blatant remake, like, then I'd probably be more excited, a little more inclined. I was just watching the trailer and I was just like, I feel like this is gonna it's gonna be different, but like not necessarily in a good way, because if you're a fan of the original Crow, or if you watched the original Crow, this just kind of seems like, I don't know. I get that it's supposed to be, and maybe it will be. I mean, you only get so much from a trailer. It's supposed to be more closer to like the graphic novel. It's supposed to be more accurate in that regards. James O'Barr is the one that wrote the graphic novel, so maybe there will be more parallels, more similarities, right? Maybe this will be more closer to home in that regard. We'll see, but it's not like the other movie didn't exist. I don't know, like. Again, I'm going to watch it. I'm going to give it a try. I don't want to just be too hasty to judge it. I want to give it an opportunity. But I don't know. The trailer just didn't do it for me personally. Maybe it did it for you. Again, love to hear your thoughts and opinions down in the comments. But you have Danny Huston, who's playing the bad guy in this, and he's got his supernatural powers and can whisper in characters' ears, and all of a sudden they whatever. We'll see what that ends up resulting into, if like their head explodes or whatever. There's probably going to be some crazy element to that, and that seems to kind of be like the catalyst and the driving force. Which, in the trailer, right, you have Danny's character, she, the main character of Shelley, played by Twigs, she like says, oh, I witnessed something that I shouldn't have witnessed, and it was Danny's character whispering in this person's ear, and then whatever happens, right? Like, why not just do that? Like, you see later on, they just like good old-fashioned bag over the face type thing, and it kind of alludes that maybe he does. Again, you only get so much from a trailer, but also, like, I don't know, like, Danny Huston, like, at least what the portrayal and the look in this trailer didn't really do it for me. Right? Like, I'm not, it's nothing against Danny. Like, now you only have the material that you have, but like, he wasn't very intimidating to me. Like, it wasn't like he looked like a real threat. It was just kind of, you know, and I get it. It's probably going to be, you know, this high-powered businessman that, you know, has all this money and power and leverage, and now Eric Draven has to go and take down this, like, empire or whatever. Like, fine, sure. It's kind of like the same old story, the same old rhetoric, that the same old go-around that we're used to. But I don't know. It just didn't really, I don't know. Maybe it's just the aesthetic of the whole thing. It's just really throwing me off. And it's just kind of like, But nonetheless, you know, you get to kind of get a glimpse of, like, the power. You get the power of a god. And you get to kind of see how he basically derives and gets his power, which also credit Bill Skarsgård for building the body of a gladiator. But then you have, like, the mysterious guy that looks like the drifter, like the homeless guy, and he's probably the wise man that knows everything. I got that. I mean, the action sequences seem pretty cool, right? Like, you know, Eric Draven can't die, and he's able to, like, basically power through bullets and everything like that. Like, it's, I definitely think that it looks like it has the potential to be a fun movie, right? I don't want to sound like, it's just, again, if it wasn't The Crow, I would be extra pumped for this, because I'm like, oh man, it's like a supernatural John Wick type film, because that's kind of what it looks like, right? Like, there's even, like, scenes in the trailer that are very John Wick-esque. And so to me, it's kind of like, if you just made, like, this supernatural version of that, like, I would be like, hey, like, power to you. Let's go see this. But it being The Crow, I hope it does the franchise justice, because they've tried to replicate this. They've tried to recreate this on numerous occasions, and it just has failed. And it's just, a big part of it too is just, like I said, the aesthetic and just the look of Draven. I don't like, I can't get past the look of the Joker. Like, it's really what it is. And, you know, I'm hoping that when we get to the theaters, we get to watch this, that it's a fun, action-packed style film. You know, I'm hoping that, like, you know, even if I'm like, I don't wish that was a Crow movie, right? I still have a good time. I still have a good experience. I still like the breakdown of the movie and the way it was structured and stuff. Because, again, good writing, good storytelling, good character development, good pacing. Right? Like, obviously, we want the action. Obviously, we want to see, you know, the epic kills and, you know, just the things that make these type of movies fun. We definitely want that. But we also want the story, right? The original Crow was very story driven, you know, and I get it's the love story, right? Like, they even really try to hit home on that. It's not rage, it's love, right? So, okay, I get all those things. I'm all for all those things, but I need good character development. I need good storytelling. I need the villain to be menacing, right? Like, you know, you have this character that is basically unkillable and, you know, is the power of a god, right? Like, I need to have an equal opponent, right? I need to have something that's like, okay, this is a good matchup, right? Rather than him just kind of running through everybody. Because my fear is that this is going to be like, you know, 2-hour film, and it's like, okay, you have basically the first 30 minutes of, like, the love story. Then you have, like, quick 10 minutes of him getting his power. Maybe there's some fight sequence and whatever. And then you jump after that into, like, you know, 30 minutes of, like, the, like, fight sequence and chaos ensues. And then you get to, like, the back half, and it's like, you know, another 20 minutes of like him being at a vulnerable state and him overcoming that state, and then it's the last like 10 minutes of like oh, I saved her, I love her, right? Because it kind of seems like he's going to be able to bring her back from the dead type thing. So I just, again, I just want good pacing. I want good storytelling. I need good character developments. I need you to structure this movie the right way, right? I'm worried that, like with most trailers, you basically got the meat and potatoes already all unfolded. Here you go, front and center for you. And that is something that if we just got a majority of the film in the trailer, right? Like the Cliff Note version of it, I'm not going to lie, I'm going to be disappointed about this film. But we'll see. Like I said, I want to give it a fair shot. I'll give it a fair shake. I'm just not a fan of just like remaking all these classics and all these films. And, some things don't need to be remade. I think a lot of what made the original Crow, like the Crow wasn't heavily received. Like it grew a cult following over time and became what it is now and known today. And then also, I think the whole Brandon Lee situation, and then, a lot of like is the film curse type thing. You had a lot of things to kind of drive the narrative of it. Where it's like, sometimes it's good to just let things be, right? Not everything needs this remake, this rehash. And it's just, I like the cast. I like Bill Skarsgård. I just don't like the look and aesthetic. And I'm just not sold on the first look so far. But that's me. As always, I pass the question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. Do you feel the same way? Do you feel different? Are you excited for this film? Are you not? Are you kind of like, we'll see how it goes? Again, however you feel, whatever your thoughts are, I'd love to hear it. Let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. Lets me enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.